I never intended Daedo IPA to be a true New England style, so I waited maybe until 7 months after I'd been brewing here before I designed this recipe. So we added 2 times as many dry hops as our Daedo IPA. And as a consumer, I always like being able to try something a little bit different every time. And as a brewer, I like using different hops. Yes. So this gave me an opportunity to buy some more expensive or unique hops.
Should I say, I get more like ripened fruits and brighter tropical flavors from this beer than the Daedo IPA.
I would like to make a sort of West Coast double or triple IPA, but I just have to wait till we have enough room on our tap list and our refrigerator. So yeah, I really loved Stone Ruination Ale, especially back when it was all Centennial hops. So I think if we make a beer, I'll try and make it sort of that old school pine and resin.
Nice.
Yeah, I should give you some other locations to visit and drink at.
Really? I know the percent.
That's really good. The owner is one of my best friends here in Daegu. Danish Brew Lab is one of the Gongbang. That's a nice place. The Key Craft, so they have, I think, 30 taps. Our marketing manager used to own a pub called B-Side.
Yeah, I know, but it closed, right?
Right. So when that closed, I told him, you should come to work at Daedo. Right. And I actually met Jung Yoon, my assistant brewer, at B-Side. We haven't had very good craft breweries here, but we had a really nice home brewing community. Korea, this is my 9th year now. My wife and I were international school teachers, so my wife got a job here in Korea, but she was pregnant, so I became a just house husband. And so for my first 6 years here in Korea, I was just jubu.
So this is number 1?
Yes, that's our Hellas.
Hellas.
I thought it would be a good introductory beer for some Daegu customers, and I like drinking it also.
So can you introduce this Hellas?
It's one of our core beers here at Daedo, and one of our best sellers. We add a little bit of hops at the end just to give it a little floral smell, but it's low bitterness and really easy to drink.
Oh, the smell is lots of grains. I love Hellas.
Good. This beer we wanted to make for Oktoberfest, and also Oktoberfest usually lines up with Chuseok, so I wanted to sort of make a Chuseok beer. There's actually 2 kinds of Oktoberfest beers. There's the old style, which is more malty and darker.
The Märzen?
Yeah. And then there's the Fest beer, which is lighter and sort of looks like a Helles, but just a little stronger. And so for this, we made a beer that tastes like a Fest beer, but looks like a Märzen.
Oh. Oh. It's 6.5%.
Yeah.
It drinks like a 4%. I've always wanted to visit the Oktoberfest in Germany. And I can just come to Daegu and drink this beer.
That's right.
Fourth beer is Dark Light. Oh, it's a Schwarz beer.
Yeah. We don't brew many dark beers at Daedo, but often our customers want at least one dark beer on our menu. In the middle of summertime, I wanted to have a dark beer that was light and easy to drink. So we decided to make a traditional Schwarz beer, make it just really enjoyable with nice malt flavors, but not leave you feeling very heavy or full. So
I've had very few dark lagers, and this might be the most smoky dark lager I've ever had.
Okay.
Because the smell is really roasty.
Yeah.
But the flavor, it's like a lager.
Yeah. I really enjoy making some beer styles that other breweries don't make. I think they're really drinkable, and you don't have to call it a Schwarz beer.
Yeah.
You just make that beer. It is a Schwarz beer. You call it a good name, and if customers like it, that's good.
Yeah.
Part of it is respecting people who drink your beer. Like some people say, oh, you need to make just boring beer, and that's what regular Korean customers need. I think you can make interesting beer as long as it's delicious. Part of my philosophy is using good ingredients, giving time and attention to all the small details of brewing, and trusting that if you make a beer that tastes delicious, anyone can like it. This is, I think, a really unique beer in Korea because we use 70% wheat malt.
So you use the yuzu peel,
Yeah.
right? And a dried, what do you call it in English? The flower?
Chrysanthemum?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's hard name. It smells, I'm sure it's not from the yuzu peel, so it might be from the flower.
Yeah.
How did you came up with using those ingredients?
Instead of just regular orange peel, yuja would be better for Korean customers. And actually, when I lived in India, a friend gave me the gukwa cha.
Really?
And so I thought, oh, that'd be another good piece of like Korean culture to take instead of like chamomile.
Yeah.
Take a flower that's
Yeah.
more traditional. So we've been working with the Daegu city government a little bit, and they wanted to make some beers that represented Daegu, and we were tasked with making an 8% beer.
8% beer.
Named after Palgong mountain.
So
It's a sort of very hoppy version of a Belgian triple.
I love that style.
Yeah. And like I know Italian Pilsner is more popular these days.
Yeah.
But I sort of like European hops, Belgian yeast, and nice Pilsner malt to make a really good balanced, different kind of hoppy beer. Not just that fruitiness, but more grassy or floral hoppy beer.
So you use the
This week,
special ingredient instead of the candy syrup, right?
yeah, we used rice syrup.
Rice syrup.
Yeah. I'd like to have a balanced tap list, so we didn't have many Belgian beers, so I wanted to, that's why I chose that for an 8% beer.
It's a bit hot. Beer would be number 10.
Yeah,
Ferguson.
Ferguson. So my middle school teacher was
In Ohio?
in Ohio, was really impressionable for me. Like I was a science teacher before I was working here.
Really?
And so like he was an inspiration for me to want to become a teacher. And I visited my hometown and visited the Nano Brewery there, and he was drinking there that
Really?
day. So we started drinking together, and they had a special Wee Heavy on tap there, and I drank too much that night.
Oh, so that's why this is Wee Heavy.
Yeah, and also his last name is Scottish, so I thought that's a good.
It smells like rich of caramel, malt. Yeah, lots of toffee. Just a little tiny bit of the fruit,
Yeah,
the dark dried fruit. I thought it would be like more heavy, way more drinkable than I would expect it from from the nose.
a little bit dangerous.
That's why you gave me a half. So number 12, it's
this is
saison.
So one way that breweries work with the local government is to sort of design a beer showcasing a
Local ingredient.
local ingredient. I was tasked with making a beer with hanyak,
Hanyak, yeah.
Cheonmundong, which was an example where I was given an ingredient first, and then I designed a recipe around the ingredient. I have some here if you want to smell the actual. Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah. You wait here. I'll go
Okay,
get
thank
it
you very
for
much. 되게 싱그러운 느낌 좀 많이 나네요. Okay, so how did you come up with an idea to pair this with a saison?
I wanted a beer with a strong yeast flavor, and I wanted to sort of cover up some of the stronger smells. Yeah, I tried to add Saison yeast, and then add ginger, and then we made it a sort of a darker color to sort of match the ingredient a little bit. So there's not many dark Saisons made in Korea, I don't think.
From the yeast, the phenol and the ester maybe. Oh, the flavor is very dry.
Right.
솔직히, I'm not enjoying this smell.
Yeah.
향은 좀 과한데 이거를 딱 재료에 쓰니까 그 세종 효모랑 적절하게 어우러지면서 밸런스가 되게 좋네요. 그냥 말만 안 하면 이게 하얀색 들어간 건지도 모를 정도로 딱 세종 느낌이 납니다. So this is the last beer?
Yes. Yeah, so this is our, I think, third sour beer we've made at Daedo.
Brewed with mango and vanilla bean, right?
And our secret ingredient is citra hops.
So that you added citra hop to accentuate mango flavor?
Yeah.
So it's interesting that because the color is a bit darker than the normal fruit beer. So
Right. I wanted it to look a little bit different than some of our other beers, and like when I lived in India, there's more than one kind of mango. So different kinds of mango have different shades of color. There's like bright yellow, and then there's like a more deep golden color. We actually used some Vienna malt to give it a little sweetness. The beers that many of our customers have here is their first time trying this style, and so I want it to be as enjoyable for them as possible. Yeah, when I really like sour beers, but as I get older, if it's too sour, I get the heartburn. So I would recommend, if you come with a friend or two, to get 2 samplers and just try them all.
Oh, everything.
And then after that, get a pint or 2 of what was the best for you.
And if he comes alone, he have to drink by himself because lots of beer gets drink alone. So.
Yeah. If you like hoppy beers, definitely get our Daedo IPA and our Mega Hops, and you can compare them because I think they are different beers. Our Ferguson, we're on our last keg right now, so but really I'm proud of all our beers. So I think our Daedo Weiss is a really nice Belgian wheat beer with good wheat flavor. I would say just keep coming back here because our menu is going to keep switching over. We'll keep half the same, but it's always going to be changing. Getting out and like meeting each other and meet other craft beer drinkers and home brewers, I think we're the best when we are meeting together and learning from each other. The relationships you get from craft beer culture is what makes craft beer special. So.
네, 이상 대도 브루어리였고요. 감사드립니다. 땡큐, 감사합니다. 네, 그래서 이렇게 오늘 대도 브루잉 한번 리뷰해봤고요. 대구에 사시는 분 혹시 안 와보셨다, 정말 꼭 와보시고요. 대구에 안 계신 분이라도 좀 국내 브루어리 투어하고 싶다 그러면 꼭 한 번은 들러야 되는 곳이 아닌가 싶습니다. 이 브루어분이 정말 열정적이고 정말 다양한 스타일들을 여러분들한테 소개해드릴 계획이니까 여기 정말 자주 오면 자주 올수록 좋은 것이 아닐까 싶어요. 맥주를 되게 드링커블한 거 위주로 양조되면서도 여전히 고도수 스타일들은 그 스타일의 매력들을 정말 잘 가지고 있어서 되게 좋았습니다. 한국적인 재료를 잘 조명하기도 하고 좀 국내에서 볼 수 없는 희귀한 스타일도 많이 양조하는 등 정말 즐거운 곳이었고요. 조만간 또 새로운 맥주가 나오게 된다면 한 번 더 방문해 보려고 합니다. 이상 명품맥덕이었고요. 다음에 또 좋은 맥주로 돌아오도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.